Alright folks, so this morning at this exact date and time I'm staring at the Google Doodle for Sally Ride, and lo and behold her full birth name is exactly 201. Right here. The same value as the first man on the moon, and she is the first American woman in space in 1983, and you can read about her. But every word in her name divides by 3, just like Britney Jean Spears, okay? So Britney Jean Spears adds perfectly to 201. And every name of Britney's 3 names divides by 3. Well, that's the exact same phenomenon as Sally Ride. So Sally equals 69 equals Jehovah. Kristen equals 96, the same digits, divides by AAA. And Ride is 36. It's too beautiful altogether. So altogether, Sally, Kristen, Ride equals 201. With these artistic effects for 3 in there, the famous 201 of world history. And then if you just say Sally Ride, that divides by 3 as well, obviously. Number of letters and strokes divided by 3. There you go. So the first American woman in space, and remains the youngest American astronaut to have traveled to space. You can read about her in full, but this is on the Google Doodle this morning. Okay, it's commemorating her 64th birthday, as you can see there. I'm actively uploading video to my Jesus equals 888 YouTube channel there. And you can see the one I'm currently uploading right now. Very large file. I keep everything by date, okay, on a large hard drive, all the videos. So here they are being uploaded. I'm uploading this in higher quality format, a large file here. But you can see the numbers that are due to be uploaded for today, May 26th. Okay, and if I back out, you'll see there's a folder for every single day where we post our findings en masse, and I was formally tagging them all up as I'm posted to YouTube. So it's just been a flood of truth to the glory of the Triune God. And so here we are today, May 26. 26 equals God, equals Jehovah in Hebrew, and for the number 3. And so I upload them. So what I do is, here's the raw files that are 2 gig. Like, that's the longest file they will record in a single session is 52 minutes, and that makes it 2 gigs raw. So this was solid preaching, and it chunked it into 52 plus 52, and then I finished the preaching halfway through the 3rd chunk here. So this is over 2.5 hours, or almost 2.5 hours rather, of solid preaching this morning for these 3 videos. Okay, and then what I do is I run them through Handbrake to compress them into a faster format. It chops the file size down. I'm putting a little higher grade on these ones because they were really cool. But usually it reduces them by down to about a quarter of the file size, or 1/3, so they upload faster, so I can get them onto the YouTube channel as quickly as possible. And so we're actively uploading this one right here. But this is too obvious. Too obvious. I just marvel. Every day I wake up and there's just screamingly obvious gems like sitting on my homepage. Like, you got to be kidding me. God ordains Google to put this Google Doodle that I will obviously see for Sally. And I remember solving her name earlier, but this is just a great reminder to do this on her birthday, which is today, May 26th. Okay, and and then Britney Spears, her full birth name adds to the same number as this lady, 201, and every name divides by 3. Okay, to the glory of the Triune God. So Sally 69, Jehovah, Kristen 96. Divides by 8 as well. That's what triggers that sound effect. And then there's 36. I mean, just loaded. That's the full birth name of Walt Disney, the full birth name of Britney Spears, the full birth name of Hans Zimmer, the full birth name of Chuck Yeager, and the name of the plane he was flying, Glamorous Glennis, when he broke the speed of sound. Full birth name of Heitor de Silva Costa, the famous designer of the Christ the Redeemer statue, and a host of others in world history. So here's a famous lady in world history, Sally, and just read all about her now. Now that you've seen the number, now you can read all about her life, and even the year here divides by 3. You can scoop up more gems. Okay, the age that she lives, 61, glorifies the number 3. You can solve everything for the Triune God, and most of all, you should be inspired to name your children mathematically, stunningly, to the glory of the Triune God, and tell them that you did that on purpose. Show them the numbers, get them to watch all my videos, know that everything that God has ordained in world history is for the cause of love. Okay, and teach them everything about Jesus, show them all my videos, learn it yourself first and foremost, and give them everything they can handle. You want them to be as full of truth as you possibly can. Okay, this is an amazing, amazing, obvious gem. It's like, hello, and I believe they have multiple Google Doodles for this lady. Like, I've seen 3 different images. I know that for a fact. They've had multiple like, see, here's another one right here. I guess this is her going into space. Okay, so what happens when you click on this is it'll do a Google search for Sally Ride, and of course the first thing that comes up is the Wikipedia page, okay, which is typically your best choice. Wikipedia by Divine Ordinance divides by 3. It equals 87. It equals truth. Isn't that amazing? Wikipedia equals truth perfectly by Divine Ordinance, and even the W and the A are enlarged on the website. See this? Because W plus A equals 24,888, and then all this in here divides by 3s with 3 I's, which are 3 times 3. So do the math. It's foreordained, folks. And you can solve the founder of Wikipedia and everything. So go back, and I'll bet you they have a third one. I've seen 3 so far. This is one in the astronaut console. Now, yeah, here she is, like, giving a I guess she's teaching, and people are floating into space, I guess. And then I believe the last one is the one that we finished with. So it goes through 3 different ones, and even that is ordained. The fact that it's cycling through 3 different images. I guess it picks one at random, but even that is divine. Oh no, 4. Sorry, they got a whole variety here. But no matter which one you click on, it opens up Sally Ride. So Sally Ride, of course, divides by 3, but her full birth name equals, you know, it's dead identical with Britney Jean Spears. I'm telling you, I've solved fame, okay? It's the numbers of the name to the glory of the Triune God. Sally Kristen Ride equals 201, just like Walt Disney, just like Britney Spears. Every name divides by 3. Jehovah, 96, 36. It's too obvious. There you go. God is sovereign. The story's for Him. Give birth to a whole ton of children. Give them mathematically stunningly beautiful names for the Triune God. I would make the total add up to 240 perfectly, with as many chain links and bookends and artistic effects in there as possible for the number 3, and chain linked, bookended. Every name divided by 3. Every part just screaming out the Triune God who is love. Embed the word love in there. Give them love as a middle name. Love is king. God is love. Fill it with 54s and 27s, you know. This ride on the end, 27 plus 9, and just, okay. That's everything. There it is, okay. By the way, the founder of the WWJD bracelet, which we just solved in the previous video, go to the history here. Okay, the bracelet itself was first created by a youth group leader. Well, what was her name? Janie Tinklenberg. Both names divided by 3. And Tinklenberg is insane. Look at how loaded that is with 3s. It equals mathematician. Janie equals 39, so Janie Tinklenberg. Like, what a creative name. That adds to 156, which is a king for number 3. It's 12 times 13. That is the person who created the first WWJD bracelet, which everyone knows. You remember those, and they're still around, and you know, we just solved it, but it's an obvious part of the story of God for His mathematical glory. You can solve the sequel that they made. Frog is a double of 23, which is the 9th prime. That stands for fully rely on God, and you can solve like all this text and break it all down and knit it all together. But that's too obvious. So, of course, see, leader I know divides by 3. This will have to knit together and all that stuff. Okay, that's fine. But that's a really obvious gem I wanted to share with you. And then read all about her life and why she's famous and what she's famous for. But know that the full birth name is King, which equals 201 perfectly. Famous 201 of world history. Amen equals 33.